Getting over him. I got no rules, I count 'em.
Hey guys, it's Bree. Welcome to my channel. Today I'm going to be doing a foundation wear test. The foundation I'm testing out is the NYX Can't Stop Won't Stop foundation. Make sure to give this video a thumbs up if you like it and subscribe, and if you want to see how this foundation applies and wears throughout the day, just keep watching. Today I'm testing out the new NYX Can't Stop Won't Stop foundation. I finally got my hands on this. So this foundation retails for $14.99. It comes with 1 fluid ounce, which is pretty standard for foundation. It also comes in 45 different shades, which is a big shade range. I have the shade Medium Olive, which is nude beige with neutral undertones. It was very hard for me to pick out my shade. It was very hard. This is lightweight, waterproof, and pigmented. It is a comfy liquid formula, glides on smooth, delivering matte coverage and color that stays true for up to 24 hours. I will not be testing that. I usually can make it 8 hours. It works to control shine and mattify your complexion all day long. It is good for all skin types, normally, oily, combination, and sensitive. So, I have seen a lot of reviews. I haven't watched any, but I've seen a lot. I haven't watched any because I knew that I wanted to test it out. So I'm going to prime my face. I'm going to go in with the Too Faced Hangover RX 3-in-1 spray and the Tatcha the Silk Canvas primer. Okay, so now that my face is primed, I'm going to go in with this foundation. I think I'm going to do a sponge on one side and a brush on the other and see if there is any big difference between the two. I think it looks darker in the bottle, so I'm going to go blend it out with a brush on this side. Okay, it's a little dark on me. I got it too dark. So it looks nice with a brush. Okay, so this is one layer on this side. I can still see a little bit coming through. I would say this is medium high coverage. I'm gonna go ahead and add a little bit to my forehead. Okay, so I put a very light amount on my forehead because that's just my problem area. It never looks good. I'd say it's dried down already. It doesn't feel sticky at all. I don't even feel like I need to set this. Okay, so this is the side with the foundation. And this is the side without it. I'm going to try to build up, oh, that was a lot. I feel like with this product, a little kind of goes a long way. I'm just gonna build up a second layer on my skin. So you can actually see the difference. So I do think it dries down about a half a shade, but it almost instantly dries down. It's kind of crazy. Okay, I got that to pretty full coverage. That's normally what I do with foundation. I usually put a whole layer on and then I will end up building up usually my cheek area because that's my problem area. That's where I have the most scarring and just my problem areas. But that looks really pretty. It's very matte. My skin is more dry right now, and on my forehead I always go over my whole forehead with a sponge because of how it looks. But I'm going to go in with my Morphe highlight and contour sponge and blend this out. Okay, much lighter coverage with a sponge. So this is the brush side, this is the sponge side. You can see that made this light coverage. It basically just evened out my skin tone with a sponge. So I think personally I would use a brush and go over the top of it with a sponge. That's normally what I do. I like the finish of the sponge better, but I like blending out my foundation with a brush. But yeah, you can see everything. You can even see a little bit of redness peeking through right here. Nowhere near the coverage that I got on this side at all. So I'm going to try to build it up with the sponge and hopefully that'll work. My face is so much darker than the rest of me. So even with that second layer, I didn't get close to the coverage that I got on the other side with a brush. So I'm gonna try to even that out and just put a little third layer on my cheek area with the brush. So for me, I personally would use a brush with this. If you want a more full coverage look, much better now, it kind of matches. The sponge really sheared it out. The weather is cold and now my skin is dry. Isn't that funny how it works out? I'm gonna go over the top of that and spray that with my Too Faced Hangover 3-in-1. It looked very, very matte. It looks really pretty. It looks really pretty on camera. It looks really pretty in person. So far, this is looking really pretty. I feel like I've had a lot of good luck with a lot of the foundations I've been testing out, so that's good. It is 10:42 in the morning. We will call 10:40 the check-in time. So I am gonna go finish up the rest of my makeup and I will be right back to show you the finished product. It is 11:20, so we called, what did we call, 10:40 the check-in time. Took me kind of a long time to finish up the rest of my makeup, but this is what my makeup looks like. This is what the foundation looks like with the rest of my makeup on. I think it looks beautiful. Like, I don't know, I've had so much luck with the last couple of foundations that I've tested out. This looks beautiful. It looks so good. It looks so good in person. It looks really good on camera. I think it is beautiful. Okay, so I will check in with you guys in a couple hours. I don't know how long I'll leave it on. I'll try to leave it on for as long as possible, but I will see you guys in a couple hours for my first check-in. It is 4:55 p.m. This foundation has been on for over 4.5 hours, so this is my first check-in. So it is settling into my lines up here, but just these ones. It's not settling over here, which I've noticed lately. A lot of foundations have been doing that. Oh my gosh, look at my lipstick. So it's basically just these two main ones, which is pretty good for a foundation. It's rubbed off a little bit around my nose, but my nose has been running today, so that's probably why. It's not rubbed off anywhere else. All my makeup is still on everywhere. I think that it still looks really good. I think it's looking really good right now. I will do one more check-in before I take my makeup off at the end of the night, and we will see how it looks then. Okay guys, so it is 9:09. It has been over 9.5 hours, or almost 9.5 hours, and this is what the foundation looks like. Okay, so I just scooted you guys in. I think it still looks really good. It's still on everywhere. It's settled here, but not so much out here. A little bit over here, but not as bad as I've been seeing. It's separating a little bit on my chin, but for 9 hours, I think it looks really, really good. So I'm excited to keep testing this foundation out and see how it continues to perform, but right now I think it looks really good. Okay guys, so those were all of my thoughts on the NYX Can't Stop Won't Stop foundation. Let me know down below if you guys have used this foundation and what you think about it. Also, if you have any other suggestions for products you want me to try out, leave that down below as well. I did film this eyeshadow look and a 5 first impressions on some of the makeup on my face, so if you want to see those videos, I will link them down below, or they will be coming up next. Make sure to give this video a thumbs up if you like it, and don't forget to subscribe if you haven't already. I post 3 videos every week. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll catch you in my next video.
Getting over him. I got no rules, I count 'em.